a simple toy that completely changed a family's life. Annabelle Doll, innocent in appearance, but behind it lies a terrifying and mysterious power. It was the year 1970. In a quiet and ordinary apartment in Connecticut, USA, lived a young woman named Donna. She was studying nursing and shared the apartment with her roommate Angie. Donna was a sweet and hard-working girl. On her birthday, her mother gave her a gift, but this was not an ordinary gift. It was a doll named Raggedy Ann. Donna lovingly placed it on the sofa. In the beginning, everything was normal. The doll always stayed where it was placed. Donna and Angie would sometimes look at it, smile, or talk to it playfully. But within a few days, strange things began to happen. When Donna and Angie returned from college, they would find that the doll had moved. Sometimes it was sitting in the corner, sometimes back on the sofa. At first, they thought that maybe one of them had moved it by mistake. But soon, these movements started happening more frequently. It almost seemed as if the doll was moving on its own. Slowly, the atmosphere of the apartment started to change. At night, strange sounds could be heard, sometimes scratching noises on the floor, sometimes faint laughter. Donna and Angie began to feel that it was not just their imagination. The doll's innocent smile now looked strangely frightening. Every time they saw it, the doll would be sitting in a slightly different position, as if some invisible power was controlling it. Their fear began to grow day by day. Every small thing now started to feel unusual. The doll was no longer just a toy. It had become the beginning of something mysterious and terrifying inside their apartment. This was the story that started with an innocent-looking doll and slowly turned into a chilling tale of fear and suspense. Now, the doll's movement had become a daily event. Once, Donna left the doll on her bed, locked her room, and went out. When she came back, what she saw left her breathless. The doll was now sitting right in front of Angie's room door. This was impossible because the doors had been locked and no one could have entered. After this incident, Donna and Angie's fear grew even stronger. They started speaking to each other quietly, as if someone might be listening, wondering if there was an invisible presence inside their home. But the real horror began when strange pieces of paper started appearing all over the apartment. Small old sheets, like pages from ancient documents. On them were handwritten messages in what looked like a child's handwriting, written with a pencil. The messages said things like, "Help us," and "Help Lou." Lou was a friend of Donna and Angie. These notes were written clearly, yet there was no such paper in the house, and no one who could have written in that handwriting. That was when Donna and Angie realized that what was haunting them was not just an unseen spirit. It was something beyond human. Terrified, Donna and Angie decided to seek help. They contacted a woman who was known for her ability to sense supernatural energies. The moment she entered the room and touched the doll, the entire atmosphere changed. The air became cold and heavy, and the doll's innocent smile now looked disturbingly sinister. Strange sounds echoed in the silence of the room, as if something unseen was moving around them. The woman slowly told Donna and Angie that the spirit inside the doll was that of a little girl named Annabelle Higgins. She had died many years ago on that very land, when she was only 7 years old. The woman said that Annabelle's spirit was lonely and had chosen the doll as her home because she liked Donna and Angie. She wanted to stay with them and be loved by them. Moved by this emotional story, Donna and Angie agreed to let the spirit stay in the doll. But that decision turned out to be the biggest mistake of their lives. Lou, who had disliked the doll from the beginning, became its first physical victim. He started having terrible nightmares in which some evil force tried to harm him. One night, while Lou was sleeping, he suddenly woke up with a scream. He told Angie that he felt someone was strangling him. When he opened his eyes, he saw Annabelle sitting on his chest. The doll seemed to press down on him, and before he could react, it suddenly flew off and fell to the floor. Lou lifted his shirt and found 3 deep scratches on his chest. Not normal scratches, but marks that looked like claws of some invisible beast. The wounds healed quickly, but they were a clear sign that the doll was no longer just moving or shifting. It could now physically harm people. That night taught Donna and Angie a horrifying truth. The doll was not just haunted, it was possessed by a truly demonic force that had entered their lives in a dangerous way. The most terrifying incident happened when Donna was alone at home. She suddenly heard strange noises coming from Angie's room. Her heart started pounding, but she gathered courage and walked toward the door. As she opened it, no one was there, only the Annabelle doll lying on the floor. Donna picked it up carefully, and the moment she did, she felt as if someone invisible was standing right behind her. Her entire body froze. She turned around quickly, but there was no one. Suddenly, she felt a sharp, unbearable pain in her stomach. When she looked down, she saw 7 deep, burning wounds across her abdomen. These wounds could not have been made by a human. It was clear. An inhuman force was attacking her directly. Terrified beyond words, Donna and Angie decided to call for help. From the most famous paranormal investigators of that time, Ed and Lorraine Warren. When the Warrens arrived at the apartment, they immediately sensed something unnatural in the air. The atmosphere was heavy and dark. Lorraine, who could sense hidden energies, closed her eyes and said, "This is not a child spirit. This is an evil entity. It is only using the doll as a vessel." Ed explained that the real intention of this demonic power was not to live inside the doll, but to eventually possess a human being. Realizing how serious the situation was, the Warrens called a priest named Father Cook. As soon as he began the cleansing ritual, the air turned freezing cold, the lights flickered, and strange sounds filled the room, as if something was fighting against the prayer. Father Cook sprinkled holy water and continued to pray loudly. With every word he spoke, it felt as if a battle was happening inside the house. Finally, the ritual was completed, and the environment began to calm down. Everyone knew the evil wasn't completely destroyed, just suppressed for now. Ed Warren then told Donna and Angie, "This doll cannot stay here any longer. We must take it with us and keep it locked in a safe place." Taking the doll to the Warrens' occult museum was not easy. Ed placed the Annabelle doll inside a black bag and kept it on the back seat of the car. He told Lorraine clearly, "Whatever happens, do not touch it and do not look at it." But on their way, strange things started happening. The car engine failed, and the brakes stopped working. The car shook violently on the road. Ed realized that this was the demon's last attempt to stop them. He stopped the car, sprinkled holy water on the doll, and prayed. As soon as he finished, everything went back to normal, and they safely reached their museum. Today, the real Annabelle doll is kept inside a wooden glass case at the Warrens Occult Museum. On the case, a sign reads, "Positively do not open." The Warrens warned that this doll is extremely dangerous and should never be touched or even looked at directly. It is still believed to contain a demonic force that remains under control only through prayers and holy water. And this is the true story of Annabelle, the doll that shocked the world. If you truly want to experience real horror and mysterious stories, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. The hidden secrets of the Conjuring, the truths that many still don't know. Click on the video showing on your screen to discover the full story now.